Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I haven't been working lately on my art journal and I really wanted to do something today. I don't know, I kind of feel like doing something for my journal. Uh, as you can see, I've been more busy doing cards and other type of projects, and I really enjoy having time with my art journal because actually this is where I can really not focus on what I really need to do. I just go with the flow. So I'm just passing by pages because I believe I've done some of this work or some of the work that I haven't shown you before. I can't remember when was the last time I did like an update on my art journal, but I really wanted to go ahead and do something that is not time lapse. So like, you can hear me explain probably what I'm doing, or just to look at what I have in mind. And one of the things I have in mind for this time is I haven't done anything related to the Olympics. And I know the Olympics are going to start this weekend. I'm very excited about it. I always like watching, the Olympics. And I thought maybe creating something related to that would be fun. I haven't done anything really, not even like a card or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just work on something related to the Olympics. So my idea basically is, of course, create an environment where kind of simulates that. We'll see what comes out. The first thing I want to tell you is that this page over here is already prepared. I've already add gesso to this, and it's already ready to go. So we're gonna work on this page. So the first thing I think I need to do is sort of like a background. I can work with anything really I want to. It could be acrylics, it could be watercolors, it could be my distress stains, it could be my markers, it could be my inks, it could be anything really. You really don't have to like go with one thing. Really, an art journal is to open your mind and do whatever you want with whatever material you want. And if you want to use all of them, you can use all of them. It's not a problem. So let's see. What's the main thing that comes out, of course, for the Olympics this year is because first I think it's the event is going to take on England. It's going to be on, going on England, and then the other thing that I've seen that it's a big thing, it's the Big Ben. So I do have a Big Ben stamp. It's a small stamp, but I think I have an idea of what I want to do. So I'm gonna just go and do the background, and I think I'm gonna use the Broken China distress stain for this. Other than my acrylics or anything like that, I think that will give sort of like a very light, surface to my little project that I'm going to use more of the other materials or other things that I have. I'm going to just place a white paper on the bottom because I don't want to like paint, what I have in the back, just to cover up a little bit. It's just something that if you're working like, like a stamp like that, it won't go through the other pages, even though I already protected the page by, adding gesso to it. So let's see. Usually I do this kind of project on time lapse, but I don't know, today I felt like I just needed to show you or kind of explain you a little bit what I'm doing while I'm creating my art journal. The good thing about, like I've expressed before many times about this distress stains is that you can cover a surface really quick without thinking too much. You don't have to like, wait for the paint to get dry, or the even though this is wet a little bit, you see how I marked my fingers there, you still need to sometimes when I'm doing this to accelerate, the process is I use my heat gun. Okay, so of course the main thing to show the Olympics is or either related something with sports or the famous Olympic logo, which are the rings. Now, I can do really anything, but what I have in mind really is I want to use some stamps that I have that are related to the Big Ben here, like this one. See, here's the Big Ben. So I'm going to use the stamp here. See if I can take it out. And for this stamp, I think I'm going to have to use like a very really fine ink because of the way it's made. So I'm going to try using my VersaFine ink. Put this on this side. Yeah, we need a little bit more ink in this stamp. There we go. So I'm going to stamp this like right here in the corner, like if the thing is coming out from right there. I'm going to make pressure on this a little bit. And there's my stamp. There's the Big Ben. So this is the clock I'm talking about. See, I'm going to put it on my big block, acrylic block. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp again with the same ink. And the reason why is because I want to, bring up the fact that, there is a big clock around the corner. So there we go. I'm going to stamp this I'm just going to put it like right here in the corner. I'm going to make some pressure on it. And I don't know why Tati is going crazy outside. Sorry about that. But I can stop him from barking. It's just being silly. Okay, so you see now I have two components that are really, really bringing up the theme of being in London. So, what's the next thing I would like to use here? Well, there's many things I could use. I could use, the flag. I could use, the British flag, or I could use a crown. So what I really want to do now here in the center is basically the rings. And the rings are different colors, but I got this red tape and, it has a circle shape. So all I want to do is trace that, and I'm going to have perfect rings. The rings are positioned 3 on the top and 2 on the bottom, so it's very simple. The first ring that I'm going to do is the blue one. I'm going to do this with my distress markers. So I'm going to use faded jeans for the blue. Right? Then right next to it, I'm going to use black, because the ring in the center is black. Then the next ring which is next to the black, it's going to be the red one. And then again, this doesn't have to be perfect, you know, it's just to give the shape. I'm getting inked all over the ring. It's okay. And then we're going to use yellow, of course, for, let me clean this because I'm going to use the yellow. Yellow will be used for the bottom and as well as green. So I'm going to use yellow right here. Remember, those rings are like kind of like engaged. So I'm going to just go ahead and use my yellow here. And then I'm going to use the green. And the green I'm going to use is, this one is peel paint, correct? Yes, peel paint. And there you go, I got my Olympic rings done. Another thing that I want to create around this area right here is the London Bridge. So I'm gonna try to do that with my distress marker, the black suit. And I don't know if I want to use, no, you know what, I'm not going to use black because black is like really intense. So I'm going to go with a lighter color, something that it's like there but not. I might use Bundle Sage, or I think I'm going to go with Bundle Sage. Bundle Sage is kind of a greenish color, but very light color. So we can just go and, you know, the bridge is sort of like two poles like this. Like I said, everybody wants to win gold, so why not use, you know, gold? I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I think they're kind of pretty and they're very kind of vintagey kind of look, so it's, you know, exactly what I need for this little project I'm doing here. So, okay, let's see. So I think I'm gonna leave it as that. You got the word London, and then I can write here 2012, a gold marker. We can use this. So I'm gonna use just like that. London 2012. We can also do sort of like the British flag on the background, like, but with a very light color. And to do that, I think I need to use my watercolor. I think that will be the best route to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna back up a little bit, and then I'm gonna use my cherry red for the background color. This is a cherry red. This is a watercolor pencil. So all I'm going to do is basically the shape. I'm going to draw like a little rough, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a subtle kind of look. So for that I'm gonna need water, obviously, and then I'm gonna use a little bit of water here in my mat, and with my watercolor paintbrush I'm just gonna go through that red that I just put in there, and I don't know if you can see how it blends, but it's blending really well. And there, I got my representation of my London 2012 Olympic. I really wanted to do something like this. I don't know, I just had it in my mind all the time. I haven't been able really to work in my journal, but this is something that I really wanted to do. I'm gonna kind of reinforce a little bit the bridge because it's kind of lost here a little bit. And I think that's it. Yep, I'm happy with my results. So there you go, guys. Very simple. Nothing complicated at all, and I just created something that I will remember, I guess, historical event at London for this year. And I think this is going to start in 2 days. Kind of cool. It's kind of a little bit wet there. I'm going to use my heat gun a little bit just to dry it out. But yes, that's basically the effect that you get with this watercolor, and as well as the distress markers and distress ink. I like it. Maybe I need some texture going here. Let me see. What can we use for texture there? I have like this little stamp. It looks like a net. I think that will give a nice texture in the background. I usually like adding some texture with bubble wrap paper, and to do that, well, we're gonna need some acrylics for that, or maybe a little bit of gesso. That could be something that I could use as well. Okay, so I'm gonna use some of that acrylic paint here. This is white, just regular white. I'm gonna put a little bit here, and then I'm gonna need a brush. And then all I'm gonna do is basically get a little bit of this white in the bubble, and then stamp it. And then I'm creating more texture to the background. That's basically what I'm doing. There we go. That's it. So this would be my representation of the Olympics in an art way in my art journal of a historic event that is going to happen this year at London. So if you like what you see, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.